Okay, so welcome to the first episode of the Bucks County Golf Review podcast. We specialize in Bucks County, Pennsylvania golf, but discuss everything about golf. My name is Carson Gastineau. I'm a 24-year resident of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and have been playing golf here my entire life. My guest today is Kyle Self. He's a friend of mine from my childhood. Kyle has grown up playing golf in Bucks County, Pennsylvania as well, golf all around the United States, and now lives in Florida. So
What
he's got a
up?
different. Thanks for joining us, Kyle. He's got a different perspective on golf. Now, Kyle, what was the transition like going from Pennsylvania, playing in Pennsylvania, going to Florida? Was there anything that stuck out right away?
Yeah,
Different.
yeah, no, it was definitely a transition. I realized that I'm not that good at golf. My 20 plus handicap didn't really cut it down there. There's a lot of water, a lot more nature that you have to deal with. The ground's a bit softer. It's easier to take some chunks out, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I'll let you guys make your own opinion about that. And yeah, I mean, there's definitely a big difference. Some say it's the golfing capital of the world. I say it's the golf capital of the Eastern Seaboard, but hey, that's just kind of how it goes.
So you mentioned earlier that there was a lot more water and hazards. You think that's like pretty common over there? It's more hazards, more water, more bunkers. You see like more of that
Yeah,
than Pennsylvania.
yeah, definitely a lot more sand. You're below sea level technically, in some places. So, get a nice hurricane going, you get the water going, and it's yeah, no, definitely a lot more water, a lot more sand, lot more beaches to play out of, a lot more fairway bunkers. So
Would you
that's
say
a that's
is the sand any different? Is the sand like softer? I know here that sand can get pretty like clumped up and rocky and kind of firm, and it's almost like hitting out of concrete rather than like soft
yeah,
sand.
no, yeah, I definitely feel that. It's definitely softer. Um, yeah, definitely softer. It's like a pillow.
Have you been playing like public courses there too, or have you been at private?
Um, so pretty good amount of both. Um, my dad's a member at a private club, but I still have to pay. So I've been going public, I've been going private, I'm
Uh-huh.
open to whatever as long as I can get on a course somewhere. It's more expensive, so usually I err to like to lean towards the father's course, but
So it's more expensive, you would say, a public course in Florida than in Bucks County.
uh, um d- yes and no. It depends on whether it's in season. Um so that's actually a big factor that comes into play down there is whether it's in season or out of season. In season is like I want to say mid to late November until around April, May. Um, and that's when you get all the snowbirds coming down, and there's just like a lot more people there. There's a lot more people trying to golf. So, of course, like a nice public course there in the summer is probably, same as it is in Bucks County, like $40. But then in season, um, a lot of the public courses are like resort courses, so they're like attached to like a hotel. Um, and yeah, they'll prices will go up to like 180 around.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's
it does
wild.
it it stays cheaper in the midsummer because it's so hot.
Because it's so hot and there's less people there.
Right. Do you have a favorite course in Florida?
Um, well, I gotta lean towards the one that I've played most, which is the golf club of the Everglades. It's nice. It's not too hard. It's well kept, but if I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be either Naples Grand or Tiburon. Um, as for like the private courses that I've played on, public courses, Raptor Bay. Raptor Bay is a good one.
Hmm. Is there like what about them makes them your favorite? Just like the
Um,
challenge? Are they like perfectly not too hard, but not too easy?
no, I wouldn't say that. It's Tiburon because it's a PGA course and it's always cool to play where the pros go. Um, Naples Grand was just beautiful. It's so I guess to put a little context to it, I live in Naples. Um, so it's a pretty highly developed area. So with Naples Grand, you don't see a house on the course, which is really nice. Something you don't really get a lot of down there. Like even Tiburon, there's fairways where you have houses on both sides, and if you slice it or pull it, you're about to have a hefty bill to pay. If you break a window, so that was really cool there. And then Everglades, I just played it the most, so
Hmm.
it's the one that I've played best at, and yeah.
What would you
So
say is what would you say is your favorite golf course when you come to back to Bucks County or when you were growing?
um, well, so if I had to pick a favorite, I mean, if I got to choose whatever course I got to play on when I go there, it'd be Lookaway.
Mhm.
Um, but that's tough to get on if you don't know the right people.
Right.
Um, as for like public courses, it definitely be the Bucks Club.
Okay.
It's the most well kept. It's like the course where you're not on top of people. Like when you go to like Five Ponds or Neshaminy, like you pull a ball like 5 yards, you're in the other fairway, and you're hitting on top of people, which sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm an anxious golfer, so the less people I see, the better.
Right. So you're one of the people you kind of like link style golf where it's like more spread out, and that's probably why you like look away so much. It's really once you're on every hole, you're like the only you feel like you're the only guy golfing out there. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
completely
that's
independent
big.
from people, especially once you get off the first tee. It's just kind of you and your group.
Yeah, and like I'm you know painfully average golfer, so
Yep.
the less people I have there to judge me, the better.
Right. For sure. Definitely. What would you say are your favorite aspects about a golf course? Like if you were to design a golf course yourself, what would you say would be some of the key things that you put in there?
Um, no par threes. I
No
hate par
par three.
threes. Yeah, they're soft. They're a fraud. They're a hole. Definitely, it'd have to be in a nice location.
Uh-huh.
Always wanted to play a mountainous course or
Right.
a beach course. So one of the two. Not really, similar by any means, but
Uh-huh.
screw it. Uh, what else? Big elevation changes.
Right.
Mostly high to low.
Hitting
I
down onto
like,
the green.
yeah, I like being able to feel like I can just, if I really get a hold of a drive, I'll be able to bomb it. Not saying that
Right.
I will, but I
Uh-huh.
like knowing that I have the opportunity to. Um, that's big. What else? Fast greens.
Yeah.
I like a nice fast screen. Fast screens, but well kept.
Well kept.
You don't, yeah. If you have, like when we played in at Shiny Cock the other day, um, but like those greens were like that course had no business being as hard as it was because it wasn't very well kept. Um,
Mhm.
at least in terms of the greens,
Yeah,
the
no, that's one of the things that I've noticed about a lot of the public courses around here that are cheaper. The cheaper they are, usually you're paying for a worse screen.
yeah, tighter course, more people,
Right.
worse green. Yeah, and that's what sucks about golf is it's so freaking expensive.
Yeah,
Um,
we're both at very average golfers. Would you say that even though we're average golfers, would you rather pay more to have like a little bit of an exclusive experience and maybe less tee times at a course, or would you rather pay less and keep it economical but have to play with more people?
um, Pay more
Yeah,
easily. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, definitely pay more. Um, if you're gonna have to spend 5 hours out there, you might as well just enjoy your time. I'm big on, well, I hate waiting. Um, that's the number one thing that like just gets under my skin is having to wait on people to hit. I'm a very impatient golfer, so definitely pay more. And if you pay more, range is probably included. You got a nice little practice area. You got
Well,
a nice looking cart girl to try and hit on. Fail, but try to at least.
I was gonna ask, what are you looking for a range and a putting green? Are you looking for a practice, bunker area? What if you're looking at a course that you were gonna belong to? What would you look for in a practice area?
Um, I mean, they have to have a range, and then it'd probably be a short game area. You got to have a nice short game area, because I'm a big believer in the idea that you don't have to be good at putting if you don't have to do it that much. So if your short game's good, your mid range game is good, screw a putter.
I like that. That's a good philosophy. Now I have moving on, I have some random questions here that are just about golf, just to close. If you could only use one club for a round of golf, what are you choosing?
It's an interesting question. I don't know, probably like a anything between a 9 and a 7 iron. So we'll go 8.
You would go with an 8 iron. Explain your
Yeah.
thought process behind that.
Well, I can hit my 8 iron decently far. It's like a what, like a 150 club, and you get 3 150 shots. What is that? Yeah, you're on in three, most par fours, some par fives, 450 yards. That's consistent. It's club that's shown me a lot of love over the years, and yeah, you can't really go wrong with it. You can play a nice little bump and run. You can hit it out of a bunker, maybe. Um, you can putt with it if you really needed to. Can't putt with the driver. You ever try to putt with the driver? You'd look like
Cool.
a fool.
Yep.
Yeah, so eight
You're not
iron.
going to be able to use a driver or wood around the green at all. You're going to have no luck there.
No, what's your racket of choice?
I would have said something very similar. I was going to say 7 iron.
There you go.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. That
Such a
way get a little length off of the tee, but definitely have some loft to work around the green. And then
yeah.
putting, you're going to you can't really, yeah, can't use a driver, can't use a wood. 7 iron, 8 iron. I think those are both really good calls. Next question would be if you could play at one course in the entire world, which course and why?
Um, Hold on, I gotta look this up, but I have an answer for you.
Perfect. Take your time. In the meantime, I'll just go ahead and give you mine. If I could play any course, the Augusta, obviously, because of the Masters tournament that's played there every year.
What's
It's
that?
it's the one on TV. It's the one that everybody goes to win. It's the most important championship and golf tournament of the year. It's played there every single year, and it doesn't get any more traditional and any more classic than Augusta National Golf Course.
Solid. Yeah, no, I agree. There you go. It would be, it's called, let's see if I can do a speech. Barn Bougle. Google.
Where's that located?
Tasmania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture. Do you have screen sharing on?
Yeah, you should be able to screen share.
I gotta find it now. Nope, you have disabled screen sharing.
How do I,
It's not that important, but
I can always edit this part out.
really nice. You can take a look for it yourself.
Yeah. All right. Next question has to do with, have you played a lot of winter golf, especially in Bucks County? You played a lot of winter golf the past couple of years?
Nope.
No?
I don't know that I ever have. I didn't really even know that was a thing.
All right. Well, I just meant playing golf in the winter time, you know.
Well, I mean in Florida, yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't get as bad.
yeah, that's like
How cold would you say it gets?
on a good day or like a really cold day, like 50,
Okay. Yeah,
50,
so
60.
one of the things that happens down here is it gets to be like in the 30s, but it'll still be relatively night like sunny out. So you will play golf in the 30s in November and December. Sometimes it's cheap and we'll just do it, but it's impossible. It's way harder. And I was just, looking to see if
Yeah,
you had any opinions on that. But one of the things we've noticed is the ball goes about 20 yards shorter than, during the summertime, just because of the temperature change.
yeah, the air is denser or
There's
less dense.
ball doesn't compress.
Uh,
It's harder to
it's
get.
all icy.
It's
At the
hard
same
to
time, though, I bet you get some great runs.
definitely
Get
get
solid drives. Yeah,
definitely get some good run outs on the drives on the wood shots.
life speeds up the green. Also, though, it's a real catch 22.
Yeah. Okay, and then for the last question, let's say you're at Augusta National Golf Course, hole number 16, 180-yard par three onto an island. What club are you hitting?
Rewood
Three wood. All
every
right.
time.
What's the thought process?
Um,
Is that your 180 club?
well, no, it's like a it's like a 210 club, but I figure I'd rather hit it long, and not look like a fool.
Right. Okay. All right.
But granted, I mean, if I pull one of those, actually no, screw that. I'm going hybrid.
You're going
I,
hybrid.
yeah, hybrids are about a 180 club and
I think
hit it
that's a safe
decently
choice.
well.
I think that's a safe choice. I would have said
Yeah,
4 or 5 iron, but
yeah, well,
I would have left that short, maybe gone into
yeah.
the water. So I think that's a good call.
What did you say, 4 or 5 iron, or is that
I would have
shooting?
gone, yeah, I would have left it short with a 4 or 5 iron probably.
See, if I'm at Augusta, I'd rather hit everything long. At least look like I know how to, at least look like I deserve to be there.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair philosophy to approach it with. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the podcast. This was the first episode of the Bucks County Golf Review podcast with my guest Kyle Self. Kyle, thanks for coming on.
You too. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.